0, 1.
Hello and welcome to Casablanca Cargo. This is part 3 of the Paper Tapestry Junk Journal. So this morning, bright and early, while the weather was cool, I went outside to start again on this project. Now at the top portion here you can see I've already put sandpaper to it. That's the next step. Sanding all those really pretty pictures and distressing them with coffee. So I had these medium pads I found at Michael's over the weekend, and then we went to Home Depot and I found a 150 grit, and I also had an 80 grit there, the really rough stuff. The pads did okay, but they didn't distress it enough as like I wanted it to. So I'm just going to share with you this process now of I had already started this one going up and down, so now I'm going to go sideways. Any little bits that didn't stay glued down, I'm just going to gently tear them off to make it even more distressed. Yeah, it was kind of nerve-wracking over the weekend. I'm like, I'm gonna ruin these pictures, but I really like the results. So here we go. This is the first time that I will be using coffee as a color distressor, color medium, I guess. I usually use distress ink or tea bags. Well, I don't have enough tea bags brewed and dried to cover this project, so I saw a video, and let me find the name of the YouTuber. Hold on. Okay, her name is Kelly, and she is the owner of Book and Paper Art's YouTube channel, and she just does amazing stuff. And she shared a video of how to distress and age magazine pages for your collages, and she used coffee, like watered down coffee. And I had kind of heard about doing that before, but I wasn't sure about it, and it was like the right moment for me to see it and accept that as a good choice for this project, because it is so large. So I brewed my coffee, and let me show you what it looked like. I boiled some hot water, and I scooped out about a teaspoon of coffee and about half a teaspoon of baking soda to cut the acid, and let that brew and cool, not dry, brew and cool. And as that was cooling, then I came outside, and here's what I was doing with the sanding. So I'm not really sure, of course, because this is the first time I've tried something like this, to know exactly how much to sand. I forgot to tell you, I do have an inspiration picture. Let me get that. Okay, this is the Bayeux Tapestry, Bayeux, and my daughter took this picture. She visited France, I think it's about 2 years ago now, and this is the picture that she took. And I thought that tapestry was very interesting. It's so old. It's from the epic, it depicts the epic adventure of William the Conqueror in 1066. And you can look it up, Google the information about it. But it's very old, and it's behind glass, and you can still see a little bit of the color that it had, but it's faded, obviously, because of how old it is. And so I wanted to make my own type of tapestry in this idea, but using magazine images and paper and a little bit of fabric. Not the fabric is not the focal point. And so that is where this whole inspiration came from. Now I'm going to take the 80 grit sandpaper, which is really rough, and lightly now go over. I don't want to rip off all of my hard work, but I want to distress, especially the bright green and the bright blue paint. I want to take that back maybe to either the white paint that's underneath, and see there I tore that a little bit. I think that this brown paper that I'm using is the kind that has a perforation. I didn't realize that. So after I get done with this and it's dried, I'm just gonna put some masking tape where I see the perforations on the back, just to keep it together, because the coffee does weaken the paper. Alrighty, now here I come with the scissors, and I'm gonna distress it even further because why not? But anyway, so my tapestry is old and dilapidated, and it tore holes. Maybe the moth got to it, or a bug, or just by picking it up and moving it around. I don't know, but I wanted to make some holes. So at this four-corner junction here, you can see the paper that is coming off, and that's fine. I'm using the heavy-duty grit, 80 grit sandpaper there to really distress that area and that hole. And sometimes the glue really worked good. And then I'm going to go all the way to the back wall, to the underside, the brown paper that was painted, and make another hole in there so that the hole goes all the way through. And I'll do the same on the other section of the tapestry. I'm just going to use this sponge brush, foam brush that I have, and I'm just going to paint the tapestry with the coffee, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry and I'll show you what they look like afterwards. In the coming videos this week, I will be adding even more stuff to this. So please come back. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.